Today we're doing tip to tip New York, from one tip of New York to the other tip. Well, I haven't figured that part out yet, but we'll see. We are at the tip of New York. Fortunately, most of it is under construction, but time to go to the other tip. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this series is because I want to explore more of New York instead of just working. For example, we have a random Miffy statue. Look at this. I went to Europe and we were in Utrecht, the hometown of Miffy, and it's kind of cute. I guess New York has everything. A random Miffy is just sitting at that random corner. And of course, we have a Hello Kitty, because why not? Now is a good time to talk about why I want to start this series. Obviously, it's inspired by Tip 2 Tips by Ludwig and Michael, but honestly, it's because I just came back from a 3-week vacation in Japan. That was kind of epic, and low-key I missed it all. Part of me also realized Japan's actually extremely similar to New York. Osaka, Fukuoka, Tokyo. When it comes to big city, they're kind of all the same. So it got me thinking, have I been living here in New York without really appreciating what it has? So that's what I'll do. Walk from one side of New York to the other side of New York and find out. But this is kind of wild, this giant line behind me. It's literally people lining up to touch the balls, I guess. I think one of the aspects that I don't appreciate as much is that the place you work at in New York is literally a tourist spot for people to check in and have fun. I'm also low-key convinced that half of these gift shops are just, well, that's interesting. I was just about to say that I was convinced everyone's just selling those bowls to make a living, but then I saw a random table selling cool bracelets. Like, look at this. It's like there's no normal stores around Wall Street. It's all just gift shops, and more gift shops. The ironic part is that when you're living here in New York, you find it a bit annoying, but when you're visiting, say, Tokyo, I did not mind those gift shops after gift shops, so. Ourselves and we. That was our first tourist destination that we did for the day, which is kind of funny if you discount people. One thing that I find very interesting is that I see that building or that church every single day at work, but I never went inside until today. So that was kind of cool. It's like a miniature version of the giant churches in Europe that I went. It makes me wonder if New York just has everything, I guess. So far the trip has been fun, although I'm still stuck in finite. My idea is I'm just going to continue down the same direction. So in the future, if I want to do another trip, we can just go down another road. The reason we're doing this is because, well, usually when you're in New York, you just subway to a very specific spot. I feel like if I just look up what are the biggest places to go, it's going to be quite boring because I've probably been there already. Instead, I kind of just want to walk in a direction and see the things I don't usually see. Every time I walk by this building, I always think this is like an insane looking apartment building. It has that European feel with expensive sculptures, but it's like tall. I guess it was built back then when people had taste in architecture before it was all glass cubes and kind of boring. So that's always cool to see. A part of me always wonders if they're ever going to restart that type of constructions, or nowadays the budget just doesn't make sense anymore. Kind of sad. We lost some taste there. That is a creepy building. It's essentially a building that's fully closed off besides the top with some vents. I remember looking it up once because I got very curious wanting to find out what it is. Apparently some telecommunication place, and they walled it off so it's harder to break in. I might be totally wrong, I don't know. Okay, I might have underestimated how crowded New York is going to be on the weekend because look at this. You know what? It's actually wild how crowded the streets are here during the weekend, especially on a nice weather like this. And it's just endless. Oh my god. Okay, I think we finally made it past that giant street full of just resellers of what I presume to be fake bags. But that was honestly kind of scary to try to record over there. Usually on weekdays there's only a few of them, but I'm guessing on weekends all of them come out and just pack 2 entire streets. It was like low-key impossible to walk through that street. I guess that's the point of Tip to Tip. You just walk around and find out stuff you don't see on a regular day. Alright, so just like the Tip to Tip series I copied from, we're not going to use a map. Obviously I'm not in Japan and everyone here speaks English, so I'm not going to be lost. But I won't know the exact location where I'm at, although I'm pretty sure I did. This is the mini selling SoHo. So my guess is we made it past Fidei, we made it past Chinatown with all the bag resellers, and we are officially in SoHo. Just shops, more shops. So that's fun. If I see something interesting, I might go into some of them. Let's walk around and find out. We are at Bloomingdale. This Bloomingdale is important because it has a washroom, and it's one of the easiest washrooms to access here in SoHo, so we're gonna take a quick break. Alright, that was a nice break. Time to head back out. We are at Uniqlo. Okay, so when I first, actually second time visited Japan, we literally stopped at every single Uniqlo we were at, and it was like, oh my god, everything's 50% off, and the Uniqlo is 10 stories high, and they have flagships in Ginza. It was just like, oh my god. After we went to Japan again, we realized, wait a minute, why are we here at Uniqlo? Because it's literally here at home, and it's also everywhere, every city we've been to. Unfortunately, because of the design or like just the business logic of Uniqlo, most of their stuff are exactly the same, every single store. There are some story exclusive designs, but those are usually just t-shirts. So after that, our Japan trip kind of focused more around the more unique stores. Which is ironic because of the word Uniqlo. Anyhow, just thought it would be fun to share that story as I make through this huge crowd of traffic. Damn, this made me realize that street with the fake bag selling was really jam-packed. It was like literally shoulders to shoulders, and low-key I'm wondering if people are actually going there looking for fake bags. I don't know. You tell me. Here's another hot take. I think shopping is actually getting very boring. What I mean by that is, now that I've been to a couple of major cities in the world, in Europe, in America, Canada, Japan, China, I realize most of it is all the same shops, especially at bigger cities. I'm guessing that's why I had so much fun in Korea when I shopped there, because a lot of the Korean stores are more so like co-brands, and they have their own identity. Like I swear, the Gentle Monster Blue Elephant exhibits are crazy. Well, I say that, we literally have a Gentle Monster exhibit here, so it's that's a little bit of a hypocritical statement. Another thing is, when we were in Harajuku, there was a lot of individual clothing stores and jewelry shops. I really enjoyed that. That's also where I got this ring from Deal Design, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, a part of me hopes while I'm walking down this road, I accidentally stumble onto a street of shops or just like some random shops that I've never seen before. We'll see. Officially at NoHo. To be honest, I never figured out the difference between NoHo and SoHo. It's kind of the same to me. We're definitely at NoHo because it says NoHo everywhere, and there's a sign that says Bleecker Street. I went to a fake Bleecker Street pizza before. Apparently, it's like I didn't go to the correct one that had proper lines lined up. I just went to a random Bleecker Street pizza that called themselves Bleecker Street Pizza. It was mid. It was really mid. So maybe one day I'll go to the real one. I have been to Linda Street, so that was quite good. And pizza, I like that. That's a very obscure one. It's kind of like a Subway restaurant where you build your own pizza, and they always have good deals. I do believe pizza hit a lot harder when it's 4 a.m., everything's closed, and you're drunk. Oh, those are always the best pizza. I am very hungry right now, so if I run to one, I'll definitely stop by. So I was just complaining about how all the shops are the same in major cities. Well, I ran into a precision cannabis shop, whatever precision cannabis means. Yeah, I guess you don't have that in Japan or Asia or Europe because that's kind of illegal. Oh wait, I think in Amsterdam that thing's legal too, but you get my point. What the heck is that? Let me show you. I saw a shop called Evolution, and it had some weird, boats and stuff. I'm gonna go check it out. This. Alright, that was a pretty fun side quest. That store had everything. Fossils, tooth, stones, minerals, anything you can think of. A lot of insects and samples. That was genuinely very cool. I did not end up getting anything because I know that if I put it at home, it'll just sit there collecting dust. I have a bad habit of buying random stuff. Oh my god, that McDonald's looks roughed up. Like really roughed up. How did they even doodle on the McDonald's logo? What the heck? Oh, probably from the ceiling. Holy crap. We are now at Astor Place. I still haven't had food. Like, no food since this morning, and it's 2 p.m. I think it's time that we just stop at a random restaurant, and that burger restaurant is calling out to me. It's like literally speaking to me right now. So I am gonna go in and eat some food. Alright, we finished eating lunch. That was probably one of the chunkiest meals I ever ate. The burger was so big, and the onion rings were fat. So, yeah, that was soup and burgers. Put up ratings actually up here. Speaking of Japan, I found a book off. Yeah, like, actually book off. So, let's go and check it out.
I told you, that's his last. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay, that was expensive, that book off. I saw one of the Gundam products. It was for like 16,000 yen, which is around 10 bucks, and they're selling it for 50, which is insane. Oh man, I do miss Book Off and the other toy second-hand stores like Mandarake. With that being said, when it comes to Mandarake, it was also kind of more expensive than the retail price, especially some of the rare stuff. But this is like 2 or 3 times. A lot of the second-hand items are also basically sold as first-hand. So I think you literally just go to a Book Off if you really want to find something. Yeah, kind of sad. I do miss Japan in terms of good anime deals.
We gotta take a picture of that. Okay.
Honestly, I thought that Halloween shop only opened during Halloween, but I guess it's all year round. It's literally March right now.